Radio Dad here. Well, I've got the chassis cleaned up. What I did was basically take and scrub this thing down with, I used anything from an SOS pad to a sponge with just a scrubby on it, and kind of just to give it a little extra abrasion, something like this, you know, and then I used a little bit of this, you know, it's kind of a, you know, has a cream with cleaning particles in it. Just nothing that was super abrasive, but it was enough to certainly scrub off all the dirt and loose, maybe top layer oxidized paint even. I was very careful on the decals to not get put extra scrubbing on those. I didn't want to ruin any of those. And boy, after I removed all the probably nicotine gross stuff off them or whatever was on them, it came out really nice, I think. And I let it dry good. Yeah, warmed it up near the fireplace, and then I took and clear coated it today. And you can kind of see the top. You know, certainly is some, you know, some wear and tear on it, but I'm very happy with the chassis itself and how it all came out. This was the worst side, if you remember. Kind of had a lot of rust here. Kind of turned more of a brown patina now, and the clear coat really kind of seals everything up. It'll keep rust in the future, and this thing ought to have the look that I like, which is, you know, I want to see the history of this thing when I'm done. So, real pleased about that. The inside was in good shape. Very happy with the inside of the case, but I did clear coat it as well. I want everything to be sealed up so I don't have any corrosion and things like that hopefully happening. So that's the chassis. Very, very happy. Original decals, original paint, and everything is in good shape there. So let's set that aside. A couple of parts. So if you remember the speaker looks really nice. All I had to do was just sort of dust that off, and you know, you can see that everything looks like it's in great shape. I've got movement there. Yeah, I think everything's in good shape with the speaker. So very pleased. It looks really nice. One thing that I do is I'll take you know, a speaker like this that's kind of dried and dusty, and I take and just put a clear coat of my same spray that I used on the cabinet, which is just a, you know, a Rust-Oleum kind of a satin sealer. And I just spray this. It kind of gives a little bit of something into the paper to keep it from being so dry. You know, because some of this paper will start to disintegrate over time. And I just feel like that polyurethane or whatever's in the spray will kind of help keep it and make it more durable. But this thing is in great shape, so I'm going to be putting that back in the cabinet. This was the little pad that went around the speaker. You know, it goes between the speaker and the case, I guess, to keep things from rattling and whatnot. And it's in really good shape. I just gave it a light dusting of kind of a bronze paint that should match pretty well. And then finally, the only other thing I've got here is this is the dial windshield, if you will. It goes right behind this, goes right behind here. And I'll be putting that back in there. It was pretty grungy, had a lot of gross things kind of stuck to it, so I went ahead and took it out, which wasn't too big a deal. And it has little tabs that hold it in. You just lift those up and you can peel this right out. The little center pin, which is hidden behind the decal, there is a brass rivet there that's holding the decal on. The H, and then this thing kind of sits over that, so I'll probably have to tap that back on. I did get a list of all my capacitors that I needed, and I've kind of dusted the chassis off so you can kind of see it out of the case here. Dial faces look really nice, very, very nice. Very happy on that. No major corrosion on the front of the unit. I mean, look at that. All I did was dust it with a brush. I do have some metal polish coming I'm going to use on the top. I'll let you know how that comes out. There's one sticker here, kind of a patent sticker. That's the only sticker that was actually left on the unit. You can see the back serial number or something was gone and whatnot, but that's okay though. I can print out, and I don't know the serial number, but obviously I can print out some of the other stickers that would have been on the bottom of the case. So everything looks pretty good here. I'll flip it over here real quick and kind of hold it. Give you a quick walkthrough of the bottom. I went through, I've got little red marks on everything. So I went through and wrote down all of the inventory of the capacitors that are in here. And I intend on replacing everything that's a cylinder looking capacitor. And there's a few resistors as well. I still got to test those. But that's my next step, is to get my parts on order. I did take a swipe at the band switch to kind of start loosening that up with just some isopropyl alcohol, but I definitely have some more cleaning to do on the band switch, which if you can see there, I don't know if it can focus, it's still pretty black. So we'll keep working on that. But overall, this chassis is going to be, this whole radio here is going to be really fantastic, and it's probably in better shape than some of the other radios that I've taken on that I probably wouldn't do again. This one I'm real happy with because it's definitely worth restoring. And hey, $25, you know, what can you do? All right, this is Radio Dad. Thanks for watching.